All right, guys, let's get into this. So right now I'm on Blue Letter Bible, and I'm going to show you proof of what this is. And I'm sure that if your pastors teach you about prophecy, they didn't teach you this one because I just found this one out today, okay? Maybe there's one other guy that figured it out because I didn't quite understand what he was talking about, but all right, let's get into this. All right. So Matthew 24:1, right? So this right now is, I'm just going to go over the warning that Jesus talks about again, because it says Jesus foretells the future. So look, there's going to be a catastrophic event. I already know this because I dreamt it. It's going to happen. Many other people have dreamt it as well. There's going to be all kinds of I don't know if it's going to come during the World War. I don't really know, but I saw it happen with a catastrophic event, such as the whole sky shifting apart. I've seen that happen, what, 2 or 3 times in my dream? And then everyone starts running and panicking, and then Jesus comes, right? All right, so here, let's get into it. So as Jesus is leaving the temple grounds with his disciples, they pointed out to him various temple buildings. He responded and said, "Do you see all these buildings? I tell you the truth, they will be completely demolished. Not one stone will be left on top of another." Okay, so listen to this because this is crucial. This means that Jerusalem is going to be taken down, okay? So according to what we see right now, what's going on right now with them, this is it, okay? Because it's the only time it lines up. There is not going to be one stone on top of another. This is what Jesus said, right? So we're close. We're right here. I also have another video that I need to upload first, but I'm probably going to upload that one first before I upload this one. I will upload this one tomorrow. So it says, but he responded to you, so not one stone will be left on top of another. So Jesus sat on top of the Mount of Olives with his disciples. So I'm going to speed this along. Basically, he said, when is this? They said, when is this going to happen? What is a sign or signal that you will return at the end of the world? And this is how Jesus answers them, okay? The first thing that he answers them with is a warning. Don't let anyone mislead you. That's how he answers them. 2, for many will come in my name, claiming I am the Messiah. They will deceive many. And you will hear of wars and threats of wars, but no panic. Yes, these things must take place, but the end, oops, what just happened? But the end won't follow immediately. So we've been through that for a long time. Nation will go to war against nation and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in many parts of the world. Okay, we're there still. But all of this is only the first of the birth pains, with more to come, right? Where was that? Okay. Dang it. And then it says, then you will be arrested, persecuted, and killed. You will be hated all over the world because you are my followers, which that's starting to get real hyped up. If you haven't seen with these rainbow people kicking people out of churches. That's like a joke. They're starting to take taxes away from churches too, just for not letting those people run the churches. Oh my gosh. Okay, and it says that many will turn away and will turn away from me and betray and hate each other. That is going on right now. People are starting to turn against each other because they don't like what they hear. They don't like the truth. There's no space in their heart for this much truth at once. That's why God said that there is going to be an excess in knowledge at the end of time. Knowledge is going to increase. You know what I mean? And some people, they can't handle the truth. Literally. They cannot handle the truth. Okay? Right now, not now. Right now, we need to win as many souls as we can. But shortly, we're going to have to start cutting people off. Very shortly. very shortly, Jesus said that you're going to have to let the dead bury the dead. Okay? This is what he said to one of the apostles when he was at the ship or whatever. And he said, can I go bury my dad? Is what he said, before I come with you, Jesus. And Jesus told him, let the dead bury the dead. That's what he told him. Okay? We're going to have to come to that point very soon. Because all these warnings and warnings and warnings and warnings and warnings, and people still don't hear. Because they don't have the ears to hear. This is the problem. The problem in the church is the problem in the community. Okay? Many false prophets will come. Okay, so sin will be rampant and everywhere, and the love of many will grow cold. Yes, I hear children cursing outside and saying they hate people and they're going to kill people. 6-year-olds. And I say, hey, don't talk like that. Does your mother let you talk like that? Yeah, she lets me talk like that. Oh my gosh. So it says, but the one who endures to the end will be saved. Okay? That's an indicator there. And all the good news about the kingdom will be preached all throughout the world so that all the nations will hear it and the end will come. So it has already been preached throughout the world. Right now, this is just recited every day. It's reiterated every day. Every day, people are saying the same thing. And you know what? People don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it. Even Christians don't want to hear it. Christians, you know, when you are a Christian and you talk to another Christian sometimes, you'll tell them about, you know, what Bible verse you read or something. And they'll say, oh, whoa, you're too much. You're doing too much. No, you know who's doing too much? Those Satanists out there. They're doing too much. Okay? They never sleep. They're always sacrificing a baby and on the dark web doing their evil stuff. You know, they poured acid on a baby's face. Okay? This is the type of evil that's going on in the world when Christians are sitting on the couch with their popcorn, chilling. You know what I mean? With their technology. So here we go. This is using technology for good. You see? Going through Bible passages fast. Instead of going through a book and trying to search, oh, how many times was kingdom used? This is what technology is good for. Okay, so now, then the end will come once it goes throughout the world. See? Technology is good for that. Because guess what? It reached the world because they reversed the Tower of Babel with technology. So there's the one good that was used out of it. So it says the day is coming when you will see that what the prophet Daniel spoke about, the sacrilegious object that causes desecration standing in the holy place. And then it says, reader, pay attention. Reader, pay attention. Then he tells Judah to flee. He says, run. And then he says, don't even go down to pack. A person out in the field must not even get a coat. How terrible it will be for the pregnant and nursing mothers in those days. And pray that your flight will not be in the winter or on the Sabbath. By the way, I think that what he's talking about with the Sabbath, because Jesus doesn't know when God is going to send him. Do you understand? So I think that, so this Sabbath is the 7,000th year. Okay. So that's a misconception. A lot of people, they have a good heart, you know, and they're trying to do their best. Because I try to do my best at one point with this Sabbath too. But the 7,000th year is a Sabbath, especially as far as, that's why God said, remember the Sabbath. Because a day is like a year, or a day is like 1,000 years to the Lord, which is in 2 Peter. And that's the Sabbath. That's what that is. And if you look into actual like ancient Hebrew culture, every seventh, the seventh of everything is this grand Sabbath. So the 70th week, I believe, and the 700th year, and so on and so forth. I don't want to get into that. And then it says, for the greater anguish, anytime, okay, so for there will be greater anguish than any time since the world began. And there will never be so great again. That's terrible. It says, in fact, unless that time of calamity is shortened, not a single person will survive. I believe him. But it will be shortened for the sake of God's chosen ones. So listen. So this day of this calamity was supposed to happen already. I have news. Okay. According to scientists and people, trust me, from what I've, the things I've seen, Anubis is coming, okay? You think I'm crazy right now, but I'm gonna show you some videos. This video is gonna be too long. I might have to do too many parts. But this man is in NASA, and he's telling everybody to just chill. And he's saying that basically everyone's just gonna transform into like robots. I'm not quite sure what he means by transform, but he said that he's met with the Anunnaki and that they're real people from outer space. That's what he said. That's what he said. Okay. That he does meditation, and that when he's in meditation and he astral projects, that there's no time, you're in eternity and all this. Oh my gosh. I came across a video talking about that's what Jesus teaches. Do not listen to that garbage, okay? He met a demon in space, and he thinks everything's going to be okay. Oh, my gosh. So it says, if anyone tells you, look, there is a Messiah, or here he is, don't believe it, okay? These scientists believe in Jesus. They know he exists. They know he exists, and they already documented it. They said that he should have been here in 2015, 2017, the latest. The Lord is shortening the calamity, so he's putting it more towards the end. Like, you know what I mean? This is going to be terrible. It says, then if anyone tells you, look, there is a Messiah, or here he is, don't believe it. Because they are going to trick people. It says, for false messiahs and false prophets will rise up and perform great signs and wonders so as to deceive, if possible, even God's chosen ones. Guys, this is important. God's chosen ones. It's possible. That's what he's saying. He said, see, I have warned you about this ahead of time, but how many people are reading this? And then look, so he said that once, and he's going to say it again. So if anyone tells you, look, the Messiah is out in the desert, don't bother to look. Or look, he's hiding here. Don't believe it. He said, don't even look. He said, don't even believe it. So here's going to be, okay? So it says, for as lightning flashes in the east and shines to the west, so it will be when Son of Man comes. Just as the gathering of vultures show there is a carcass nearby, so these signs indicate the end is near. Immediately after the anguish of those days, the sun will be darkened, the moon will give no light, the stars will fall from the sky, and the powers of heaven will be shaken. This is what everyone's seeing in their dream, and that's when everybody's going to start running. Now, I talked about how there was a parallel, okay? An opposing parallel with the Son of Man. You got to watch that video if you haven't already watched it, okay? So the Son of Man applies for both Jesus and the Antichrist. I feel like that's what the Lord showed me. Okay? So basically the formula is Jesus does everything first. He gets his ministry together first. He does Passover. He dies first. He rises first. And this proves the rapture because that means that he would have to come first on the clouds. Now, if you go up, right, it says, for as lightning flashes in the east or shines in the west, so will be when the Son of Man comes. So that's 1, right? And then this is 2, Matthew 24, right? So it says, at last, and then at last, the sign of the Son of Man is coming, will appear in the heavens, and there will be deep mourning amongst all of the people. Oh, I never even read that there was 2 of them. Like I did, but I didn't even see that. I already proved that point before, and the Lord just gave me confirmation again. I can't believe I didn't even catch it. So this second one, right? So you see that? The first one is in right here. For as lightning flashes in the east and shines to the west, so it will be when the Son of Man comes. That is Jesus because he comes first, right? And then it turns real dark. Listen to this. Just as a gathering of vultures show there is a carcass nearby, so these signs indicate that the end is near. Immediately after those days, there will be, the sun will be darkened, the moon will give no light, the stars will fall, and the heavens will be shaken. And then watch this. Then the Son of Man, see this? Will appear in the heavens, and deep mourning will be amongst all the earth. Wow. And they will see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great glory. This is the false, this is the Antichrist. Do you see this? He's going to come with glory, and he's going to deceive many people. Because look, when Jesus comes, he's the first one. It's going to be fast. He's going to do it fast. And you know why? Because God said he's going to give y'all what you want. He said, you want to be around these people. Look at a previous video. It's called Proof that there is a pre-tribulation rapture. And this one, this right here, I proved already that the Son of Man, the first one, and the Son of Man, the second one, because the Lord speaks a code. I explain all of that in the video. And I say that when Jesus comes, so you see how it says the moon will give no light? It says the moon will give no light. Well, when Jesus comes, it says that the moon will be blood red. So it's in Revelation. I'm not going to look it up right now. And he's going to come with a trumpet and everything. And then look, he says, now learn the lesson from the fig tree when its branches bud and its leaves begin to sprout, you will know summer is near. Listen to me. I've been telling you guys this forever, and the Lord just confirmed this with me. Listen to me. The fig tree represents the devil, okay? And I could prove it. I don't want to right now. I'll prove it on a later date. But you can look up the scripture if I give it to you. I don't know if it was in Daniel or Isaiah, probably Isaiah. I'm pretty sure, I don't know. But it talks about how God said that people chose the fig tree as their king or something like that. They chose another king. So, yeah. I told you I was getting into harvesting and trees and all that stuff because it's very important. And if you look up the fig tree and when it starts to bud and blossom and when summer is in Jerusalem, he says when the summer is near. The Antichrist is coming in April, guys. I've been telling you March or April because that is when Jesus had his Passover, and this is the Nisan, that the Passover that matches directly with Jesus's Passover. Okay. All right, so that would mean that I really feel like the Antichrist is going to die and come back to life. Yeah. And that's going to happen in the same time because it's going to be 3 days. He's going to come back. I mean, believe me or not, just know that what I'm saying is, I really feel like it's from the Holy Spirit. So now we're here, right? Look, prophecy comes later on. Prophecy is only told when it's happening. You know what I mean? That's when people give, when Jesus gives people, or God gives people revelation, that's what it means. Now, yes, we can know the season, but we're not going to know the day. We're not going to know the hour. That's what it says in the Bible. So, okay, so here's the alien. So I told you over here that he's going to come in the clouds with all his glory and angels and trumpets. And he's going to come like he owns the place, because he's rising to power. And yes, there's Christians out there that say that he doesn't have authority. Listen, I'm going to tell you something very scary, my friends. This is not for everyone. I need to really resonate with some people. You know what I mean? The devil has been, God's hand has been over the devil for 7,000 years, right? And he has only 3, is it 7 or 3 years? I don't know. I guess the last 3 years, something like that. He only has a short amount of time to do as much damage as he can do without the protection of God. Do you understand? God's not going to tell him, no, no, no. God's not going to say, you could do this, but not this. No, this fallen angel has all of the authority to do whatever he wants for that short period of time. Whatever he wants to do. Anything. Anything. It's like when you're 18 and you lived in a strict household your whole life, and then your parent says, do whatever you want for a night. Eat whatever, just even eat whatever you want. You'd go crazy. Okay? This fallen angel is pure, unadulterated evil. Okay? Every thought in his mind is kill, steal, and destroy. Please keep that in mind. Oh my gosh. Next. So we're on Matthew. No. Yeah, I was showing you that he's coming in the clouds. Now, watch this. It says, they come from faraway country, from the end of heaven. Even the Lord and the weapon of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Okay? And then it says, how ye, I don't know what that means. What do I have? King James Version? I'll leave it. Is at hand. It shall come as destruction from the Almighty. And then you see, therefore shall the hands. No, see, I don't like this. No, I don't like this version right now. So King James Version, I know people say it's the best, and it can be, but sometimes it's not, because sometimes it distorts certain things. Let's see. Okay, so it says, wail, for the day of the Lord is near. As destruction from the Almighty it will come. I don't know. But see, this is where he says that people's faces are going to be on fire. Like, this is terrible. Every heart will melt. There's one version that says that they will faint from seeing what they see in the heavens. Okay? One of the versions says that men's heart will fail them. It will fail them because of what they see come out of the sky. Because you have all these atheists walking around like they know everything, like they built the earth, like they know all things. Because, and look into it. So Albert Einstein, everyone that created NASA, everyone that came to America, everyone that's ever been in leadership positions has received knowledge from these beings, these beings that come from space, okay? Call them what you want to call them, extraterrestrials, fallen angels. I don't really know what they are, but this man on the video, he specifically says Anunnaki.